Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
There is freedom that can only be found on the open road. A full tank of gas, some groceries in the fridge, and a point on the map is all you need to get going. This morning, we woke up and said, wouldn't it be awesome to see the ocean again? We all agreed, and so we packed up our camp, pointed westward, and started driving. Our route will take us through the great state of Montana into the panhandle of Idaho and then across the beautiful state of Washington, where we plan to stop for a couple of days in the mountains on our way to the coast. One thing we've learned over the past 5 years on the road is to be flexible, which allows us the freedom to go wherever we want. If a place is too hot or cold or smoky or rainy or too crowded at the moment, the overland lifestyle gives us the freedom to move on and come back later when the conditions are better. If we like a place, we stay a couple days longer. If not, we pack up and carry on down the road.
Hey guys, we were in the Glacier National Park area and we did that epic camp spot outside of the park, and as we got into the park, this time of year it is so busy, so you know, you have to book days in advance in order to drive some of the roads within the park. So we decided to just carry on, keep pushing west. We'll go back after on the off season, because we'll let everybody that has vacation right now enjoy the park, and then when everyone's back at work and at school, we'll go check it out. Right now we started pushing west. We're almost to Idaho. We're in a part of Montana that is just amazing. We just were driving up the road, keeping an eye for camp spots, and we got lucky and found one right here, right along this beautiful river. I still have to do some research to find out what river it is and what the forest is here, but anyway, we're really happy here. Lando's happy, and I think we're gonna have a great night's sleep, and back on the road tomorrow, pushing west. Awesome night at the river there. It's called Paradise, Montana, and right on the Clark Fork River. There's good fly fishing there. We've marked the spot. We're definitely coming back to it. We are now in Idaho, right in the panhandle at the top. And this is where a lot of the smoke is coming from. So we were pretty clear over there, but now we can smell smoke in the air. So and we saw some helicopters refueling. So I think they're battling some forest fires here. But we're heading through into Washington now, and our goal is to get into some of the Mountain Cascade region of Washington and Oregon, and it's going to be awesome. Hopefully it's not too smoky over there. We're going to take you with us.
But on this trip, we are feeling the lure, the almost magnetic pull of the Pacific Ocean drawing us westward. We are dreaming of the sound of crashing waves, the rugged coastline, the cool misty mornings with the smell of seaweed in the air, a cup of freshly brewed coffee in hand, and the feel of sand and shells underfoot as we hike the dunes. Between us and the ocean is the Cascade Mountain Range, and directly in our path, one of the most magnificent of them all, Mount Rainier. We find a camp spot at the foot of the mountain and get settled in for the night. The first order of business is to refill our water supplies from the glacier-fed river we can hear running through the forest behind our camp.
Alright guys, I just want to talk about this. This is called the Lifesaver Jerry Can, and it's an amazing water filtration system. I just scooped water out of the river here. We're on a great mountain stream coming out of Mount Rainier in Washington, so I'm sure it's pretty good water, but there's always some kind of contaminants that are in the water just from the environment. So you need one of these type of filtration units to clear the contaminants. Now what makes this Lifesaver so special is a couple of things. One, even though it looks like a regular jerry can, it's not. It's fully reinforced. It's very tough. It's got these ribbing throughout, and these holes which help to strap it down, but the main function for those is to make the jerry can able to withstand or to withhold some pressure. Now take a look at this. On this side is a pump, and on this side is a spigot. So I'll go ahead and pressurize it. So you go ahead and pump. I'll turn that off for a sec. You pump pressure into the tank, and because of its unique shape, it can handle that pressure. If it was just a regular jerry can, it would just balloon out on the sides. So it can handle pressure, and then you have a tap here which you can just depress in order to grab a little bit of water to drink, or you can turn it and run it like a running water tap. So it's very handy. Now the main thing that's happening here is there's a filter under here which is filtering the water, and it's filtering out contaminants of all kinds. Natural contaminants, debris, mud, dirt, all that regular stuff you'll find in a river or a lake. But more than that, it filters out chemicals and even viruses. So check out the Lifesaver and read up on it. What it can save your life when you're out in the bush, and you need to dip from a great source of water like this, or even a very dirty source of water. This thing will clean the water and make it drinkable immediately. So even if you're not camping, this could come in handy if the water system goes down or the power's out, like happened a lot last winter. So yes, it's the way this is designed. I just took the pump out, I dip it in the water, fill it up with contaminated water or unfiltered water, and now as I turn on the tap here, you take a look, the water runs, and this is purified water. So yeah, we love ours. We use it all the time. an amazing filter. It's used by the US military, the UK military. It's used in third world countries, and it can do up to 20,000 liters of water for you. So for most people, that'll last you forever. And then if you look in here, you've got a carbon filter, and we have a bunch of those pucks, but they last for a long time. You hardly ever have to replace them. But what that does is takes out any taste out of the water. If it's chlorine, it'll take the chlorine taste out. If it's a swampy type taste, it'll take that out. So you end up with purified water, but also very fresh, clean tasting water. Now all we gotta do is hike it back up the hill to our camp, but that's how we stay in shape around here. Good morning. We had an awesome sleep here in the rainforest. What a beautiful spot. We actually drove to the end of the lane here and saw another camp spot, which is just overlooking the river. Unbelievable. It's going to be spectacular. So we moved over there. We're leaving Vandy there, and me, Carol, and Caroline are in Worsley, and we're going to head into the park now. This free camping spot is just outside of Mount Rainier National Park. So we're going to head into the park and check it out, and we're going to take you with us.
Till morning shows its dazzling blue. If you ain't coming, I hear the road alone.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. We're getting up, with, hopefully over this hill is a big view of the glacier.
The colors are spraying, making the show. After all this lonesome traveling, telling me happy to be back home, but it just leaves me thinking all the places I'd like to roam. After all this lonesome traveling, telling me happy to be back home, but it just leaves me thinking all the places I'd like to roam. If you ain't coming, I hit the road alone. I hit the road.
Come a long way since we last filled up, so I've used both the regular tank on the Jeep and the auxiliary tank, so I'm down to, well, I'm on fumes. So we always have this as well, this AEV fuel caddy with some gas in it, so I'm just going to go ahead and fuel up because I think the nearest gas station is about 30 miles from here or so, so I'll get some fuel in there and we should be able to make it, no problem. Almost. There she goes. That's a little siphon. You just shake it a bunch of times and it'll empty this into the tank of your vehicle. The fuel light is no longer on and we're filling up to about a good quarter tank now. That'll definitely get us to where we need to go.
With our Jeeps fueled up and ready to go, we carry on the last few hours of our 700-mile journey from Montana to the coast. Before long, we can see the tidal flats, the fishing boats, and the seabirds letting us know that the ocean is just around the corner.
That's a happy dog right there. Come here, bud.
In the heart of the mountain, it will guide you, make it a home. There'll be trials
in the meantime,
We'll see you down the road.